Well, it's a beautiful morning here at the Texas Capitol, nice and cool out here on the Capitol grounds. A lot going on in this past week. We're going to cover in this video the Mother's Day Massacre, the pending special session that by all accounts seems to be highly likely that will come right after session, as well as a quick update on where some of our bills are or aren't. So we'll start off. Last Thursday was the deadline for all House bills to be out of the House. You may have caught the video where we shot as the 12 o'clock hit and the bills officially all died. Every bill that was on the calendar past that point failed to pass the House and is no longer eligible through the process. Well, the next day, despite all the bills that died on the calendar that night, the next day proved to be as equally intriguing when what has now been dubbed as the Mother's Day Massacre occurred. On Friday, the local and consent calendar, which as the name implies, tends to be either filled with local bills impacting one member's district or with bills that are consented and have had no debate or opposition through the process. This is a calendar that tends to go through rather quickly, and you can knock out a good 100, 200 bills in about an hour to 2 hours very quickly. The Freedom Caucus, which is a group that is a fairly far-right conservative group, was upset over the fact that they didn't have a number of their key pieces of legislation pass this session or get up to the floor for a vote. Some of those relating to the abortion issues, some of those relating to constitutional carry, and others. The group was upset, so they decided on Friday to knock down the entire local and consent calendar by getting 5 signatures. I believe, got the entire Freedom Caucus group to sign on, but the local and consent calendar to knock a bill off only requires 5 signatures. Well, they signed them, ended up killing the entire calendar. Included in the calendar, bills that died on that calendar, was our pharmacy cleanup bill that the agency was moving. These was addressing some cleanup issues within the Board of Pharmacy, some old statutes, some irrelevant statutes that no longer applied. Really an uncontroversial issue, which is why it was on the calendar as a consent bill. So we now have what is officially just dubbed the Mother's Day Massacre. A lot of members' bills went down that day. A lot of people were upset and angry with the fact that occurred. That really leads us into this week, which we are getting close now. Next Tuesday will be the deadline for all Senate bills to be out of the House. Same deadline as midnight. All the bills out of the Senate bills will have to be through the House process and over back to the Senate. Of those bills right now that we're watching, a number of them are not moving. Senate Bill 1633, dealing with Cardinal Health's desire to have a remote telepharmacy. This bill would let a technician work at a remote location with a pharmacist from a Class A oversighting them through telecommunications. Right now, that bill looks like it's in trouble. It did not manage to get voted out of committee yesterday in Public Health. Additionally, in Public Health, Senate Bill 316, which addresses the negotiated language for the prescription monitoring program, the requirement that you and prescribers would have to check the PMP prior to either prescribing or dispensing. That negotiated bill includes the veterinarians. The veterinarians are still opposed to it. They are being forced into the bill, and they've done a good job at managing to keep it in committee. It didn't get voted out yesterday either, so there's a high likelihood that the PMP issue, as far as the standalone bill, is in jeopardy this session. We're watching. They've managed to attempt an amendment on our State Board of Pharmacy sunset bill in the Senate. This bill has gone through the process with very little amendments, but we've seen 9 pre-filed for floor debate. It's not yet come to the Senate floor, but we expect it in the coming days. They would like to include Senate Bill 316 onto that, hopefully with the negotiated language of 2019 that we've pushed for. They've also added a couple of additional issues, including the Cardinal Health bill is an amendment that's been filed to go on our sunset bill. Drug donations has been filed, as well as several issues dealing specifically with the vets and the PMP, some antitrust issues for educating the State Board of Pharmacy regarding antitrust laws, and a couple of others, some of them not as controversial. One in particular seeks to strip the amendment that was placed on the House, which further articulated a pharmacist's right to conscientiously object to filling a prescription, which, as we've shared with many people, really was not anything that changed what has been current practice and law for pharmacy. You as pharmacists have had a right for a very long time to fill a prescription or not fill a prescription. And many of our employer pharmacy groups have worked out ways for employees to address those conscientious objections and create a structure in place so it's not been an issue. We will see when this bill comes up, when our cleanup bill comes up, we'll see which of those amendments we're able to keep off and which ones we're unable to keep off, and we'll keep you posted there. House Bill 1133 is having some challenges in the Senate. As of May 3rd, the bill is yet to be referred to committee. As a last check, I believe that's still the case. That's very unfortunate. This is a bill that the Texas Independent Pharmacies Association, TIPA, has put a lot of work into and has been supported by TPA since the beginning. We put out an alert the other day. Hopefully you all got that and managed to get your calls out to your senators. Hopefully help try to get some pressure to get that referred. It's still got a shot. It's going to be tough, but if we can get it moving, we can hopefully still get it past this session. So that's a lot going on right now. Signing die will be on May 29th. Over the past couple of days, we've had a lot of public attention focused on some essentially pushes by the Lieutenant Governor to force the House to let out the what's been dubbed the bathroom bill. Many of us know exactly what that is, as well as some tax reform legislation that has not made it out of the House yet. Lieutenant Governor's made some efforts to try to help force a special session. If a special session is called, it is most likely going to be called immediately following sine die on May 29th, so we may be looking at coming right back on May 30th or in the very close preceding days to address not only the bathroom issue. He's going to push that be put on the call, but as well as possibly some other issues, some other important issues to the Lieutenant Governor. Speaker Strauss right now has said that he really hopes that we can still address the appropriate business of the state this session and not be forced into a special. We'll see where that goes. By all accounts, it's really looking highly likely that we will be coming right back in a special session. We'll keep you posted. As always, please share these with your friends, your family. We need you. We're only as strong in the Capitol as we are with our membership. You are where our real power lies. Please make sure that you're supporting TPA and you're supporting all these efforts that we know matters to you. Have a wonderful day.